beautiful January night in the desert of Nevada as we bring you to Henderson and inside Lee's Family Forum for Week 7 of the National Lacrosse League. As it's Jake Elliott, Zach Greer, and we'll be joined by Morgan Wirth in a little bit here. Zach, Dogs 2-2 on the early season. Rush red hot right now. Dogs looking for their first win against the Saskatchewan team.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be a good test for them. Obviously, league-leading Rush coming in here in the building, and the Dogs looking to rebound after a tough one in Buffalo last week.
Well, the Rush right near the top of the standings, and this guy right here, a big reason why. You see the numbers here, 14 NLL finals appearances, 10 first-round draft picks, just 5 players on this roster, Zach, that haven't been drafted by this man.
Yeah, and it's not the first time he's done this, building through the draft. Obviously, he's got his players to buy in. They love playing hard for him, and you see it out there producing by committee like they've done time and time again in this league.
One guy that was not drafted is the man between the pipes in Frank Chiliano. And Zach, anytime that second and third line start with the number 8, you're doing something right in goal.
Yeah, no doubt. And Frankie's had a great career in this league, but I think he's really taken it to another level in the last couple years in front of this or behind this Rush defense.
And on the other side of things, Sean Williams, well, he made a couple of changes on his bench as well as he went out and got Brett Hickey and Curtis Hodgson. After a lengthy process of finding the right guys, they brought a lot of accountability, a lot of structure, and the numbers are showing.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously there's been a lot of talk about the talent they brought in on the floor, but I think credit goes to these guys as well. They came in with a purpose, they came in with a game plan, and they've got their guys bought in early in the season.
Well, we saw the numbers for Frank Chiliano. There are the numbers for Landon Kells. And Zach, a couple of games where Landon Kells has stayed in for the full 60, got the wins. Those are the 2 wins that Las Vegas has. And the 2 losses that they don't have, he's been pulled from the goal. So we'll see what kind of performance we get from Landon here tonight. And we are quickly underway. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. And the Desert Dogs sporting their new Las Vegas Knights-themed jersey. A little collab here tonight. We'll have first possession. This is John Donville to Mitch Jones and right back to him. A bit of a bobble. And the ball will roll to center, but off a Saskatchewan stick, so no over and back here on Las Vegas. But shot clock is winding down here, down to 6 for Donville. We'll try and thread one through to Chris Cloutier, coming off his best game as a Desert Dog, and he scores on the first shot of the game. Chris Cloutier stays red hot, and it's 1-0 Dogs.
Keep an eye on the little feed heel from Donville. Just kind of floats it over the defender's shoulder. Cloutier with a great grab. Sometimes these ones just catch the defense off guard, the goaltender off guard, and finds a hole through Chiliano's 5-hole.
It's one of those situations where you're glad the 30-second shot clock is 30 and not 29. Otherwise, that one doesn't count. But Cloutier and the Dogs on the board first here, and to make note, Saskatchewan is 3-0 when they score first here this season. That will not be the case here tonight, so we'll see how it plays out. But an excellent matchup in the face-off dot here this evening as well, as Tyrell Hamer-Jackson and Jake Naso will duel in the small circle as here comes Saskatchewan in transition as McClellan sent one wide on the bounce. A loose ball up for grabs, and it's grabbed there by the Rush, and they'll bring out their offensive unit for the first time here tonight. Austin Shanks with his first touch. And now the captain, Ryan Keenan, who was very good in his last outing against Halifax, named first star. On the run, Zawada on a wraparound attempt and count it for Saskatchewan. Is it Zach Mans behind the cooker that dunks it home? Well, that'll quiet the Desert Dog faithful here quickly as the Rush answer back.
We talked about Keenan on the intro there. That's something he likes to do, is have a set play to open the game and coming out of timeouts. That one's clearly a set play, really well executed. Catches the Desert Dogs defense off guard.
Well, coming from Zawada, the right-hander, all the way across the other side of the floor to set up Zach Mans behind the goal, as you see it right there, the Rio Hotel and Casino crease.
We should give Coach Jimmy Quinlan, co-head coach, a nod there as well. That one might have been from his playbook.
A possession off the face-off after a goal here for Las Vegas. And now Chase Fraser, who missed the first game of the season, but has been producing since getting into the lineup, but comes up a little bit lame after taking that shot there, Zach. And we'll have to keep an eye on number 8 here, is a little dinged up coming into this game.
Yeah, that's not something the Desert Dogs fans want to see early in the game, him kind of hopping off there. We'll have to keep an eye on that one.
We touched on face-offs. Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Morgan Wirth, who's got a little more.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, that's a matchup you're definitely going to want to watch tonight. Both of these specialists are in the top 10 in the league in terms of face-off percentage. You have Tyrell Hamer-Jackson for Las Vegas. He is 9th, and then Jake Naso on the rush. He is 5th. So I actually caught up with him this morning, and he told me it's the first time he's ever faced off against Tyrell Hamer-Jackson. He studied a lot of film and said how experienced 95 is. So for the keys for him tonight, he's got to be competitive. Oh, as a goal from Cloutier happens again. Jake, I'll let you take it.
All right, well, 2 for 2 is Chris Cloutier. As he's put 2 on goal, and they both ended up touching the black mesh behind Frank Chiliano. This is the start Las Vegas was looking for. And they don't get that possession without the face-off win of Tyrell Hamer-Jackson.
Yeah, no doubt, taking the ball up the field, but watch the pick from Mitch Jones here, sort of a double seal, big body, uses his size to create space for Cloutier coming around the top side. Another one that might have snuck in the 5-hole there, another good shot.
And that time a bit of an early move from Hamer-Jackson. As I shall get you the officials here tonight, as the crew chief is Ryan Fellow. Josh Hiltz, Dominique Hartley is out on the turf here tonight as well, and Ben Ritchie is working the 30-second clock, and I think they're just going to reface this one. Oh, yeah. And this time it's Naso that pulls it free. Mike Messenger with the loose ball. It's a little chilly here in Las Vegas this weekend, but not for Mike Messenger, who spends most of his time ice fishing on the lakes of Saskatchewan, probably without a toque or a jacket or maybe even clothes on. I don't know, Zach. The man is just built different.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but this is nothing for him, that's for sure.
Ball to the corner. Josh Jackson first to it. And trying to dig it off the turf. Well done. Here's John Lafontaine. As he works his way to center and finds Mitch Jones in the black compressions tonight, and shoes to match that. I don't know how many pairs of shoes Mitch Jones has, but he's got one for every occasion. I'll just tell you that. This is Webster on the go. He'll turn back, find Cloutier. Try and drive across the top. He's got Donville open. Pass was deflected. And this is one area, Zach, that Las Vegas will have to be cognizant of here tonight, is getting back in reverse transition, getting to the bench quickly, getting the defenders out, because Saskatchewan can run with the best of them in the NLL.
Yeah, no doubt. There's some guys on the back end that love to push the ball and can bury it when they get their chances. So letting the defense play 5-on-5 is going to be key to success tonight for the Desert Dogs.
And last week against Halifax, I believe just one even strength goal at 5-on-5. The rest were all special teams or transition goals. So Zach Mann's the goal scorer. And to Clark Walter. The boys call him Sparky, an electrician by trade. There's Church dancing in right near the crease, stayed out. Up top for Zach Mans, 10 on the shot clock. Out wide, looks inside, a bit of a floater, gets through to Church. Here's Haley off the post. This one will carry him all the way back across center, and Belgrave has ideas on this one as he tries to run down Zach Mans and create a 50-50 ball, and he might just do the job here. Chiliano out of his crease to get involved. Completely legal in the National Lacrosse League, and the rush outman Belgrave and come up with it.
Yeah, it's a great effort by Drew Belgrave. Unfortunately, doesn't turn into a turnover there, the fresh 30 for Saskatchewan, but great hustle nonetheless.
Yeah, I think that's the key there, is Belgrave leading by example, that he's not giving up on any play in this game. And here comes the former captain, Connor Kirst. The guy that missed the opening game of Las Vegas, and man, was he a welcome addition on the back end when he came back.
And he can be dangerous in transition too. It looked like he thought about pulling up for that one there quickly, but thinks better of it, gets it in the offensive sticks.
Killen draws in for the injured Wesley. Jones with a wing shot there that gets bounced into the corner. And the rush in Hossack, the reigning defender of the year, come up with it. The tractor, I like to call him, Zach Greer, is just kind of, he's a big body that likes to motor around out on the turf. Haley, another rip. Kells fights that one off. Preston first to it in the corner. A little help coming here from LaFontaine, and nice job from Victoria's Nick Preston. Be pressured out high. He's got good wheels. He'll work it down the wall. And all the way in behind the goal now. And McClellan, nice job to knock it free, but Fraser back out. Good sign there for Las Vegas. Donville to the middle, right in there, and he bounced it wide on the short side. ball stolen away there by Holden Garland. Drop it back. Driving in. Macchione. Stopped by Kells, off to a good start here tonight, and I think that's a real good sign here for Vegas. Usually you can tell what kind of night a goaltender is going to have 5-6 minutes into the game, and Kells looks pretty settled. Yeah, no doubt. He's seen 9 shots already. Obviously the dunk snuck by him, but from the outside shots and that one inside, he's looked pretty good. Here's Jones. Low, tried to feed inside. Kluche somehow grabbed it. Got a good look off, but Chiliano able to get the shoulder on. 8.5 here to go, and a 2-1 to Las Vegas lead. The way Kluche finished that last game, they're going to want to keep feeding them like they've started tonight. He's got both dogs goals, and Patra with a little bit of flair there, but can't get it past Chiliano. And the Rush will take over. Early shots on goal, 9-4 Saskatchewan. Here comes Church. Inside, and a penalty call to come here. I believe Hutchison with a bit of a grab on Shanks, and we'll get a holding call here, and our first power play of the game will go to Saskatchewan. It's a Rush power play when we return, but the Dogs have the lead. 2-1 here as we're back to Lee's Family Forum after these messages.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
Welcome back to Henderson, Nevada, Lee's Family Farm, as we get a look at the head coach and general manager Sean Williams on the Las Vegas bench here. And we'll get a look at the penalty on Hutchison, who got called for holding the stick, which will send Saskatchewan to the man advantage. 7th in the National Lacrosse League, 48%. I will say the Dogs much improved in a couple of departments here, Zach, on the defensive end. Their short man unit ranking 4th, and their discipline has been very good, only averaging 7 minutes in penalties per game here through 4 contests. Yeah, and it's a huge difference over years past. It's hurt them and burned them. This time they've done a good job this year, being a lot more disciplined. Rush got a lot of firepower here, including this man, Zach Mans, up to Church, high drive off the shoulder of Kells, reset the 30. It's Haley, Shanks, Church, Mans, and Keenan. Keenan at the shooter. Down to Mans, up top. Here's Church over the top, and that one bouncing wide of the post. Kept in play here. Lots of time on the shot clock to work with. Kirsten Belgrave up front, trying to get in lanes, and there's Zach Mans, who will send it right down Main Street into the goal. What a rip. That's a bullet off a little bit of a broken play. Couple quick passes here, and Mans steps into that one with a big hop, bar down. Not many goalies going to make that save. Short side cheese. There's some heat there from Zach Mans, the former Toronto Rock, who of course came over in that big Mark Matthews deal a few years ago now. And now is the leading scorer of Saskatchewan, just as Mark Matthews did for many a year. Speaking of the mailman, they are in action down in SoCal, taking on the San Diego Seals tonight. 1-1 in the first quarter there. That'll be Saskatchewan possession. And now a tie game. And back to 5-on-5 we go. Walter moves in on the rookie Stokes. Across it goes to Church. Good switch there from Hutchison. On the post up, Keenan looks inside. There's the chance, Zawada. 2 quick strikes here from Saskatchewan. First on the power play from Zach Mans, and now Josh Zawada finds one over the shoulder of Kells. And this is just textbook Saskatchewan Rush offense. The ball swings a couple of times. The 5 guys on the floor all moving nonstop. Somebody gets lost. Zawada quick slip inside and a great finish. Rush into the lead for the first time here tonight. As they go righty strong here for Jimmy Quinlan and Derek Keenan. As the scratches here tonight for both teams. As the ball comes free off the faceoff and won by the Rush. Out here, Levi Verch and Levi and Bad night to be a Levi here, Zach. Both Levi's out of the lineup. And for Las Vegas here tonight, Luke Pilcher and Reese Blake, your stretches. Right back in and right back into the goal. This time, Austin Shanks finds the short side top corner.
Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on the Desert Dogs defense here as we get another look at it.
Just maybe a lack of communication defensively.
Yeah, I think so. Hutchie just kind of looks him off for a second, thinks maybe he's got help underneath. Good hard take by Shanks, buries it short side.
To Hutchison's defense, that's not a move that Shanks usually likes to go to, that underneath move. He's more of an outside shooter over the top, and I think that might have caught Hutchison by surprise.
Yeah, Kells as well, maybe.
An early move this time from Hamer Jackson will give the ball to the Rush, who have a little momentum on their side now with 3 straight goals. Ryan Keenan, look across, quick take, and Kells got the glove on that one and kept it up, but the Rush will get themselves a reset on the 30. 6:25 here to go in the first. Haley, Walter, and the Rush are really snapping it around here offensively. It's not staying in sticks for very long. Church over the top, and Kells out well, cut down the angle, made the stop, and nice job from Preston to clean up the loose ball in front of the goal.
Yeah, and a couple good saves there by Kells. See if he can settle back in after the Rush flurry the last few shifts. That's going to be an important one to keep an eye on, not giving up big runs against the Saskatchewan offense.
It's a trademark of a good team, is finding ways to stop runs quickly and answering back. Kluche, Fraser, nice handle, shovel feed in behind the goal. Pochra, a quick dart on Messenger, trying to turn the corner, sets up Kluche off the post. What a feed there from Pochra down to Kluche, and he almost had his hat trick. He might get another chance, and this one caught the iron as well.
Really good offensive set there by the Desert Dogs. You see some of that creativity that Fraser brings. One-handed pass behind. Really good look for the offense. Good save by Chiliano. Couple good ones.
Zach Mansell trotted back in. Halfway through the shot clock now. 15 as they get set up. Hesitation. Here's Zawada with a dart. He'll find his man on the crease. No, he won't. Knocked down by LaFontaine, who leads the Desert Dogs in caused turnovers with 6, making 7 now for John LaFontaine.
Yeah,
He'd be the Dogs' best defender here through 4 games.
For sure, and he does it with his smarts. He just knows where the ball's going to be. He sees the play happening beforehand and finds a way to get in the way.
Killen, an underhand that ends up in the stick of Chiliano from a tough angle. Boudreau filling the lane as Garland will push across center.
Boudreau waving his stick. He likes the matchup here with Donville caught on D.
Into the slot, Church the shot high. That was Austin Shanks on the release. Kells looking for an open teammate. And lobs one up here to Goodwin at center, who gets across the line. 8 seconds in the National Lacrosse League to do that, and Chase Fraser on the back pedal. Went off the stick of Boudreau. It'll be Las Vegas ball when we return, I believe. 4:24 here to go in the first quarter. Rush lead it by 2. Week 7 of the National Lacrosse League. The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by STX Lacrosse and Nike Lacrosse, the official equipment providers of the NLL. Sports, collect the stars of the National Lacrosse League with officially licensed trading cards and sticker albums. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL. Back inside Lee's Family Forum, Jake Elliott, Zach Greer, Morgan Worth with you here tonight. From Henderson, as I was mistaken, it's rush ball out of the turnover on Las Vegas. There goes the perfect broadcast set. Church will feed demands. Right back to Robert Church. Open is Haley. He's got the good outside shot. Kells, a good kick stop. Ball is loose. There's another loose ball for Preston. 3 or 4 already in this game for him. Cursed. We'll find Kyle Killen. Should have some jump in his step here tonight.
Yeah, a little different player than Sean Wesley, right? But he pure shooter, can bury the ball if you get him his hands free, and he's going to be flying around, I would imagine, tonight.
Jones. Here's Donville now. Drives in, good spin move. Here comes the double. They back away, feed into the slot. The pass was high for Poitras. Rush 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Messenger right down the middle. Shoots and scores. You heard that one ping off the crossbar and down into the goal. As the Hammer hammers one home to make it 5-2.
Yeah, we talked about it a few minutes ago, right? Rush defense in transition can be dangerous. That's Messenger's 4th on the year, his 9th point. He's not scared to do it. He's known as a tough defender, but he can step into it, and he's got good hands on him too.
That's 4 straight now for Saskatchewan as they trail 2-1 and now lead 5-2. As a healthy contingent of Rush fans behind the Rush bench enjoyed that one. Back to center we go. And Naso pulls it free. Poitras first to it, however. Can he get out of traffic with it? He cannot. It's one thing to win the faceoff, but then you got to maintain possession. And the Rush just swarm that loose ball. Walter. Up top for Church, and Shanks out there as well. Here's Clark Walter over top of the net. And a nice loose ball there from Orangeville's finest, Graydon Stokes. Fraser back up. See if they got a set play on here. Brett Hickey usually likes to run something almost every single offensive shift. Jones sheds off a check into the middle, loads up and shot blocked. The Rush want to push tempo once again. Burnable through the middle. He's got Boudreau with him. And no numbers there for the Rush as Messenger in a little trouble behind the goal now. Shanks loading, shooting, and that one deflected into the corner. Did not register on goal. Shot clock down to 10. Keenan, split dodge, trying to get underneath. Good check there. And that'll wipe out that possession there. That's a better defensive shift there for Las Vegas.
Yeah, some good one-on-one defense there by Sheldon Burns. Keenan tried to attack him twice, it looked like there, and he shut him down both times.
Jackson just gets across the line in time. And now what do we got? Too many men? Did not see that, Zach Greer. But an illegal substitution, I believe, is going to be
Vegas has a minor penalty for illegal substitution.
I counted 5 black jerseys out there, but the officials must have saw a 6th one.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either, but not a mistake you want to make at this stage in the game, down 3 to a potent Sask.
Yeah, it's kind of at a bit of a pivotal point of this opening quarter here. The Rush on a 4-goal run, and their power play starting to heat up here, and Las Vegas will look to have a big kill to end off this first 15 minutes. Church will try and change that. Nice stop there, Kells. Here goes Kirst off the top. Ball on the money. Connor Kirsten short-handed. Kicked away by Chiliano. That's good stuff there from Kells and Kirst, but Frank Chiliano had the answer.
Yeah, Kirst one of the best in the business on the breakaways. Chiliano got just enough to kick that one out.
Vegas will maintain possession. Chance to kill some time off, or they're going to go right to goal and score. Poitras.
And I think that's one of the differences of the Vegas team this year. You see guys stepping up in key situations, right? Tough penalty, defense gets a good stop on one end, the offense goes to work and buries it, sort of bails the team out there. There's still a minute and a half left on the power play.
Those are huge juice goals, right? When you can get those shorthanded goals, especially late in quarters like that, that'll get the bench fired up down there for Las Vegas.
Yeah, Poitras that guy. He's a juice guy all over the floor, brings energy, loose balls, can play defense, can run, and obviously he's got the offensive mindset, the ability to finish like we just saw there.
That is Las Vegas's first shorthanded goal of the season. So it comes from Adam Poitras, who was right in the Rookie of the Year conversation a year ago. And more importantly, they come up with another face-off win here and a chance to kill more time off this penalty.
No doubt.
Donville with a double coming. Keeps the feet moving, and that's what you want to do. Looking for an open teammate. Cloutier will try and play it off the boards, but the Rush will surround him. As we move into the final minute here. And maybe one more opportunity for this Rush power play unit. Look out as the official goes down far side. Joshy Hiltz over there. I think he's going to be okay as he stretches out the hip flexor. Physical game. There's Church, and that is vintage Robert Church right there. Just parked himself right in the slot and in and out in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, 5 on a die here. We've seen this one before. Down to the lefty crease, back up to the top, down to the lefty crease, and a quick touch inside. Churchy doesn't miss those very often.
About as pure of a goal scorer as you're going to find in this league. And I mean, he's good for 40 a year. You can just book it before you open the...
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time. It doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
Another battle in the small circle. This one a good one. They're really scrapping for it. Hammer Jackson tried to pitchfork that one loose, but Naso will come up. And Chiliano making his way to the Saskatchewan bench here. They're going to have to go quickly if they do. Down to 5 on the game clock. Down to 2. They're going to get a chance. Walter checked at the last second. And that's the way quarter number 1 will come to a close. Saskatchewan put up 6 in that opening 15 minutes. The Desert Dogs 3. And it's a 3-goal lead here for the Rush after 1 quarter of play. Your thoughts after 15? We'll get those on the other side. Second quarter right around the corner here on NLL Plus. The NLL returns to Edmonton, right where Zach Greer used to play, as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's second annual NLL Unboxed Series event. Head to Ticketmaster.ca and get your tickets now. That's coming up next weekend from Edmonton. Unboxed. About to start the second quarter. Let's go down between the benches. Morgan Worth.
Well, thank you, Jake. You mentioned earlier the gold on the Desert Dogs jerseys, and that's completely inspired by the Vegas Golden Knights. These player-worn jerseys are available for auction, all proceeds going to charity, which you could go to the Desert Dogs social media to find out more about that, but this is a complete collaboration. Earlier this week, Jake Fraser and Tyrell Hamer-Jackson were on the local news promoting this partnerships. Last night, Mitch Jones was on the VGK pregame show, got the siren going at T-Mobile, hyping up the crowd as the Golden Knights got the win. But really, this is a celebration of 2 Vegas-born teams in their shared community. Jake?
Thanks, Morgan. Not for nothing. We were there last night as well, Zach Greer.
Big Golden Knights win last night.
Public address man, Bruce Cusick, voice of the Golden Knights, here tonight doing double duty. Hooked us up. Enjoyed the game. Golden Knights 5-3 over Columbus. By the way, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in quarter number 2. The Dogs trail by 3 as Mitch Jones comes on in. Waiting for a pick from Cloutier. Double comes. One more. Donville open, couldn't make the catch, however, as it crossed him over. And look out here. Speed for the Rush down the far side. Kells will kick it aside. That's a big stop there to start the quarter for Landon Kells.
Accioni flying up the wing there with speed. One of the things you're going to want to see from the Desert Dogs here, 15 shot attempts, only 7 on cage. Got to find a way to put the ball on net here if they're going to score some goals.
19-7 your shots on goal right now in favor of the Rush. Well, just down 3 here for Las Vegas. Here's number 3, John Donville. Jones, rink wide for Fraser, and a sub shot that's off a Rush defender and out. It'll stay here with Las Vegas. Patra out there with Webster as they go righty strong on this ship. 3 rights and 2 lefts. Fraser. Rink wide, Patra. Penalty call coming. Here's Patra to the cooker, and he scores! Adam Patra with 2. Dogs with 4. And wipe out the penalty call on Adam Poitras, second of the evening.
We're going to see that same explosiveness we saw on the shorthanded goal that he just scored. Attacks underneath. Bobby Kidd the third, same move, short side fake, buries it far side before Chiliano can get over to that pipe.
That is a beautiful goal there from Poitras. I mean, that's Bobby Kidd he's going up against, who is very fleet of foot himself, and he just blew by him.
And a little bit of hang time, just enough. Keep his feet off the ground before the ball crossed the line.
Minor penalty wiped out off the goal from Poitras, so we remain 5-on-5. So it was about to be delegated to McClellan, but we'll stay on the rush bench as Keenan will wait for the offense to take to the turf. Ryan Keenan spins away from Belgrade. He'll find Zawada, who's got a low rim. Zawada, a reaching shot that went wide by about 2 feet. Now Keenan in front and through the crease, first to touch Sack, and he can't do that in the NLL.
No, Zawada, a little bit of room and a little bit of confidence, it looks like, too. He seems to be buzzing around out there, kind of commanding the ball a little bit more than maybe you usually see him do in the rush O.
Now Kluche, the first two Dogs goals. Here's Fraser on the run. Oh, through Chiliano and then hit the iron and stayed out. Close call there for Vegas. It remains 6-4. Shanks ran himself into traffic. Ball is on the deck. Messenger will change that. And feed to Shanks once again. A bounce pass through the defensive zone. You don't see that very often.
Crafty.
Shanks again. Sliding low. Oh, he tried to feed Messenger, who was going around the world, but didn't catch the ball. Jones stuck back on a defensive shift. And no reset on the shot clock. This will be Las Vegas possession.
A little bit sloppy there on both sides of the ball, but Vegas comes away with it.
Just over 3 minutes gone here. On the run is Webster. Tried to drop it home, and maybe not the right goaltender to try that against. Over 6 feet tall is Chiliano. Probably closer to 6'5", Zach.
Yeah, Webster not the tallest guy on the floor. A good effort nonetheless, though.
Jared Smith, the Winnipeg Jet. Mance, Keenan a high post. Pass picked off, and there's another caused turnover for LaFontaine. And man, is he good at that. I mean, when the caused turnover, he just caught that cleanly.
Picked it right off midair. Crafty veteran, Johnny Laff.
Championship with him. Did you, Zach Greer?
Spent a few good years with Johnny in Edmonton and Saskatchewan, yep.
Donville couldn't get it through. Chiliano will sit on top of that one. There's Brock Haley out of Whitby. And no surprise he wears the number 51, which is synonymous with that area and the Williams family, of course. Church, room inside. Belgrade will run his man into the wall, and nice man ball there for Las Vegas to come up with the loose pill. Goodwin through the middle. Hutchison looking for a man off the bench and has one in Webster. They'll wait for a screen from Fraser. He's got room, turns the corner, and Chiliano down on a knee makes the stop. It's a good look from the middle of the floor there for Webster.
Yeah, the cross pick by Fraser. Every now and then you'll see that. A guy from the right side will come over to the left or vice versa, and the defense doesn't expect it. Job well done there to free up Webster up top.
Yeah, and that's exactly why you do that, because the defense doesn't expect that guy going all the way across to set that pick. There's Zawada again. Oh, Kells the scarecrow stop there. Just threw out both arms and made a desperation save. Preston in transition. There's Kluche. Now Jones leads this Dogs team in scoring. Here's Killen, and can't get his shot through. As he'll take a bump from behind. He's going to draw the call here from Hiltz. And Las Vegas ball, and we're here to Lee's Family Farm. Nicely underway here on a Friday night from the desert. Rush lead the Dogs 6-4.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum. I am with Rush head coach and general manager Derek Keenan. What do you want to see from your guys on this penalty kill right now?
Sorry, on what?
On the penalty kill?
Oh, do we got a penalty?
I think so.
5-on-5.
Oh, sorry. What do you want to see for the rest of the half?
Well, honestly, defensively, I think we've been a little bit not aggressive enough, and I don't think we're communicating like we normally do, so we've got to be a little bit better. We're getting some good looks on offense, but I think we need a little bit more patience. Grind possessions down a little bit more. We've had some guys that gone through some illnesses, so we don't seem to have a lot of energy tonight, but all in all, though, we're in a good battle here. Their offense is really dangerous, so we've got to be better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
There he is, Jammer. You played under him, Zach. Mr. 300, the first man, the only man to reach 300 games as a coach in this league, and what a career. And he's still got some good years ahead of him, I would say, for Derek Keenan.
Great career, great coach to play under. He's a player's coach. Guys love battling hard for him. You heard it there, him talking about it, and he's been doing it for a long time.
Here comes Messenger in transition again, down to the crease. Hosek! A bounce shot will stay in play. Doesn't it look very reminiscent of a playoff game winner from a year ago against Halifax from that angle there for Hosek?
Yeah, it sure did. You'll see in the second and the fourth quarter, the way the benches are set up sort of naturally promotes transition. Both teams have had a little bit more here in the second quarter. We'll need to keep an eye on that.
Tough feed there for Shanks. Nice loose ball for Donville. A feed ahead here for Kluche as he had a couple of offensive players on the back eight. Kluche not going to force the issue. And, sometimes Las Vegas and Saskatchewan will have to do the same thing, Zach. But like you mentioned, the second and fourth quarters, some offensive guys are going to have to go back and play some defensive shifts to shut down transition.
Yeah, no doubt. You saw Kluche sort of get stuck. Maybe a little bit fatigued on that offensive set. Got to take care of the ball in that situation.
Yeah, now Mitch Jones in that exact situation this shift. But he's pretty comfortable on that back end as well. Actually started his career as a defender for the Buffalo Bandits years ago now. Into the middle is Clark Walter. Lost the handle. Ball is loose. Shot clock down to 3. And the Rush are going to run out of time. Look out. Kells will make the stop. And we're going to get a penalty call here, I believe. Looks like Hutchison making his second trip. This time, I believe, for a trip.
Las Vegas penalty number 55, minor penalty, tripping.
Hawks did get a shorthanded goal last time they were down a man. The Rush did score on the man advantage to level that out. Just about halfway through this second quarter, 2-goal game, and the Rush up a man. Church from the point. Rush actually 2 for 2 on the man advantage so far tonight. Here's Belgrave in flight. He's going to have a go. And Chiliano, no trouble with that one.
That's one of those takes you don't hate it if it goes in, but if it doesn't, you're giving the Rush offense a lot more time on the power play on the other end.
Belgrave will try and get some wind back in his lungs after a long run up the floor, and he's still got a little gas in the tank as he does it again.
Yeah, the Rush power play does him a favor there, sort of bails him out of that one.
Shots have creeped a little closer now. 21-15 in favor of Saskatchewan. And the Dogs were right there with the first place Rush, 6-4. Fraser right into the midsection of Chiliano. It's maybe when you want to fire low off the leg pad and maybe try and get a reset shot from that area.
Yeah, and I don't want to be picky, but even a little bit early, there's still 8 seconds left in the shot clock there. Again, the less time the Rush power play has the ball in their sticks, the better.
45 seconds to work with here in the man advantage. Keenan having a shot, has a shot, and finds room low past Kells. 3 for 3 now on the men up for Saskatchewan as Ryan Keenan joins the party.
Yeah, Ryan Keenan, one of those guys, doesn't get a lot of hype across the league, not the flashiest player, but he's just consistent. He plays the game hard. He's got a good shot, good hands, can bury. Maybe just a little bit, not enough respect there. The Vegas defense sitting back.
That's a pretty good area to shoot the ball from right there for Ryan Keenan. We're down 3 once again. Church picks up his 4th assist of the evening already. With a goal to go along with it. Accioni will get across center as we're back to 5-on-5. Shanks off the wall. Into the middle, thought about a shot, passes off. Here's Keenan again. And Kells will swallow that one up. Always important to kind of make that next stop after giving up a goal. Kells able to do that there.
Yeah, no doubt. One of the areas of focus for Vegas this year is, again, limiting those runs. And so anytime you get a big save from a goaltender, especially when it looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there on the defense, that's a big one to get the ball going the other way.
Tough handle for Fraser. Does the job. Now Jones right back up top. Here's Killen with a crit scars. That's what he does best right there. An absolute yank for about 38.5 feet out. And Killen drives it low. And gets the Dogs back within 2.
Yeah, an absolute bullet from Killen here. You love to see it. Good teammate, good locker room guy. Nice to see him getting rewarded there. Can't let him sit there with his hands free. He'll bury you more times often than not.
Give the assist to Jones and Fraser. They both have 3 of those as well. All the big guns are coming to play here tonight in Las Vegas. Look out. Ball turned over. Curse coming in on goal. Oh, he didn't shoot the ball, now turns, and man, you don't see Kirsty pass up opportunities like that, but I don't mind it. Keep the momentum on your side, and unless you're positive you're going to have a good look there, bring out the offense.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew he was on the doorstep when he turned around there. At the end of the day, patience, wear the defense down, and see if he can find it here on offense.
Now Fraser's going to pick up a penalty here as Donville tried to set him up inside. Arm up in the air here as the rush to the bench here to get out the extra attacker.
Yeah, he doesn't like the call. The stick kind of gets up there. It might have been the defender's own stick. Still going to get called right in front of the ref.
Donville had a look himself, but tried to make the extra pass, and it's going to result in a Vegas penalty here. It's into the slot. Good save, Kells. Ball loose. And Belgrave will do the job to get it touched up and get the whistle here, but the crowd will voice its displeasure as Chase Fraser makes the walk across to the cubicle of shame.
And you talked about it earlier, defense, or discipline, excuse me, for the Desert Dogs this year. Not exactly seeing it tonight.
Call it rough. Man. Well, we'll have another Saskatchewan Rush power play when we return. 4:37 here to go to halftime. Rush lead it by 2.
Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum. Chase Fraser's in the penalty box right now, and I'm with Vegas head coach Sean Williams. Coach, what do you want to see on this penalty kill right now?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a stop. We've been killing most of the penalty. They've scored a couple late goals, and we've had a couple chances. They're a good team, so we're just trying to stick to our game plan the best we can, try to get out of this.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Morgan, and thank you, Coach. And just looking at the numbers here as we work our way to halftime, Zach. Vegas 4 penalties here for 8 minutes. Saskatchewan hasn't taken one yet, and you got to think as the night will move along here, that number is going to even out a little bit.
Yeah, it typically does, whether it's intentional or not. You hope if you're the Desert Dogs that you're going to get a few calls going your way here. Got to get out of this kill and try to keep it a 2-goal deficit at the half or better at the worst.
Church will whistle one wide, and just remember the Rush are perfect on the power play, but the Dogs do have a shorthanded goal in this game. Zach Manson the point. Keenan a subber, an elevator shot right to the short side top corner. And you can't place it any better for the Rush captain than Ryan Keenan did right there.
No, the Desert Dogs are going to need to start paying a little bit more attention to Ryan Keenan. Obviously, that's 2 on the night, 2 big rips, but he had a couple looks in the previous, a couple offensive sets as well, sort of wide open. They're going to need to put a guy on him.
That is a nasty shot there for Ryan Keenan. That's when you know a guy's starting to feel it a little bit. When you're going underhand to the top shelf like that on the short side, I mean, one of the most difficult shots to execute.
Yeah, it is. Not a lot of room there above Kelsey's shoulder, just a beauty.
Naso, the quick move, and Messenger, the loose ball. Here come the Rush off the bench and Zach Mans. Messenger sets the pick, and Mans will let the offense come out here. The lead back up to 3, 4 to go here to recess in this opening half. Austin Shanks has a look inside. Tried to feed it to Haley, and he's through the crease. Keenan will pick it up. 6 on the shot clock from the outside. Zach Mans turned aside by Landon Kells. Reset the shot clock, and the Rush have a full 30 to work with in the offensive zone.
And a little bit too much of that in the Vegas defense tonight. Miscommunication, sort of leaving guys open for shots or inside.
Hammer Jackson out there on the back end as well, and that ball into the back of the goal as the Rush extend the lead to 4 now.
Was this deflected maybe on a pass inside?
That's a tie. I was wondering, I didn't really see it, what had happened there, but yeah, you see it on the replay. Goodwin with just a stick in the lane, and it deflects off his head of a stick and right past Landon Kells. That's a really unfortunate bounce there for the Desert Dogs.
Yeah, tough timing. What could have been a caused turnover turns into a goal in the back of the net.
Well, an important 3:27 here coming down the stretch of this first half. And what are they going to call this time? Early move on Naso. Give the ball to the Dogs. Jay with a pair, Patra with a pair, and Killen with the single. As here's John Donville. Trying to get away from Hosek. A good move. Creates a little space. Looks into the corner. He's got Fraser. A whip over the top. Missed the goal. Gets his own ball back. It rolled out of the pocket. 5 on the shot clock. Bad angle take there from Jones, but had to try and get the reset.
Yeah, good effort there. You like seeing the Vegas offense playing full 30 seconds there, but not the best set they've had tonight.
26-19, your shots on goal now in favor of Saskatchewan with the 4-goal lead. Zawada, Walter into the slot, Church over the goal, and it lays on the netting behind the net. Hurst first to it, and the Dogs are away with 2.5 to play. Hurst with speed through the middle. Preston takes it. Preston looking low, and Chiliano no trouble. Nice loose ball from Kirst. Open on the crease. Nick Preston scores! Presto for Preston!
Talk about guys stepping up at big times there. Big push and transition. Preston takes the first shot with Messenger sliding to him, which is a dangerous move to begin with. Kirst with a nice ground ball, feeds it back to Preston. Plenty of time in front, great patience, buries it in the back of the net.
Big goal there for Vegas, back within 3. Goal scoring is so back in the NLL sector.
It is. It is.
Naso a clean win. He'll shoot. Kells, good save. Fought that one off. LaFontaine will bounce it for Goodwin. He'll stick it in gear. Knees pumping through the middle. Jones off the bench, and he's covered off. LaFontaine will head for the bench as well as Jones will head for the middle of the floor. Hook pass into Cloutier, just bobbled it before getting the chance. Coming up on the game halftime. NLL Wired, Rubish, Hellier. First half highlights, first half stats, all coming up on the game halftime. Haley. Here's Shanks, goal line extended. Trying to turn Belgrave. Over to the lefty, Zach Mans. Trying to get away from Preston, down to the crease. And Shanks, I think, caught the outside of the iron. Jackson will scoop and go. Just over a minute to play here. Maybe time for a couple of possessions each before halftime.
Yeah, it should be a 2-for-1 opportunity here if the Dogs play their cards right.
Webster right on. Good save, Chiliano. Big rebound, however. And ball out near center. Jared Smith going to get to it. And it comes with 52 seconds. We'll see how quick the Rush want to go to goal. If you're looking for the 2-for-1, you got to go right about now. And kind of looking like they're going to play this one straight up. Church into the middle. That one deflected. Ball is loose. Church behind the net. Feeds out to Zawada. Back down to the crease. Church open. Scores. He just never stops moving. And lost his defender and then finds the back of the net. That goal coming with 28 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, and another bit of a broken play there as well. It's kind of burned the Desert Dogs a few times tonight. But again, you can't leave Robert Church, 3 feet from the crease wide open like that. He's going to find the back of the net most times.
10 goals on the board here for Saskatchewan in this opening half. Big possession here. Expect either team to call timeout when they get the ball. Hamer Jackson pulls it free, but the Rush claim it with Boudreau and immediately call timeout. Big possession here coming, and Dogs looking to get out of the half just down 4.
Yeah, typically you'd be okay scoring 6 goals in the first half, but certainly not in a night where you're giving up 10.
Should make note during this timeout. Landon Kells obviously getting the start here tonight as we expected he would. Alexis Bouquet unavailable this weekend, so it is the 18-year-old in Caleb Kahn that is backing up here, Landon Kells, which, I don't know how eager they are to go to Caleb Kahn. I think they do want to see what they have there in the youngster, but I would think a bit of a longer leash here for Landon Kells tonight with young 18-year-old Caleb Kahn backing up tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you want to throw him into the fire. Obviously, everybody's high on his potential, but there's a bit of a development plan in place there, too. Have to keep an eye on that.
There he is, number 50. Trying to get Genghis going, Zach. Genghis Khan. I'm trying to work that into
You're not the only one. I heard that at practice as well.
Love it. He's going to be a good one, no doubt about it, but it's one thing to step into this league as a player at that age, and not many do that, and very few, if any, have stepped into a playing role in the goaltender position at the age of 18.
Yeah, agreed. Landon Kells has played some good lacrosse this year as well, right?
Absolutely.
Big 25 seconds here.
Rush will take their time with it. Shot clock is off. 6 attackers out, empty net. We'll space it out. 3 lefts, 3 rights out there. Dogs getting sorted defensively. Here we go, down to 9. Down to 7. Here comes the play into the middle. Pass deflected. Look out, empty net here for Belgrave if he can come up with it, but he cannot. But the Las Vegas Desert Dogs will get the stop here to end the half. And remain down 4 as they'll head for the locker room here at Lee's Family Forum. Shots on goal after 30 minutes, 29-21 Saskatchewan. As Morgan Worth is going to go down to the turf. Looks like she wants to wrangle up one Zachary Mans. Going with the all-white kicks tonight. Usually he shows off a little flair in his footwear as well, Zach, but straight up tonight for Zach Mans. Let's go down to Morgan Worth.
Thanks, Jake. Zach, 4-goal lead heading into that half. What holes are you seeing in Vegas' defense right now?
Not so much their holes. I just think we're working hard, getting through the middle, swinging the ball.
What's the message going to be in the locker room to continue this energy in the second half?
Just continue to play with intensity. They're a great team, and they're not going to go away. We still got 30 minutes to play.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Zach. All right, we're heading to break here at halftime. The game halftime is coming up on the other side. Keep it right here for more Week 7 National Lacrosse League action back after this. Last weekend, another exciting All-Ontario battle saw the Black Bears squeak by the Firewolves. NLL Productions were there with TSN to mic up Rob Hellier and Kyle Rubish. for this week's episode of NLL Wire.
Here we go, quick touch. Here we go. D on 3. 1, 2, 3. If I get him on the spin seal again, you got to come over top of me.
I know, I gotta shoot it.
Left side.
Yeah.
Like for you to get inside that.
I feel like sometimes it's easier to open outside, and then if I'm already going that way, then I'll just stay going that way. Referees are saying if you're in the crease at all, they're calling it. Let's settle in now, eh? Dive and you know it. You know that's a dive. Go! Diving all over the place. He just admitted it was a dive. They're sensitive today, eh? Yeah! I know, you two are so sensitive.
What's that?
I didn't know you two were so sensitive.
Yeah, we're not sensitive.
Let's make something work here, huh? They want him on the crease. Oh, guys? Stay low? Yeah, he's yelling stay low. Get a shot, Simon. Have we had a team? Yeah! You gotta run! Hey, go! I got it high! What a play! Nice five! Oh, nice five, baby! Take notes, baby. Take notes. Yeah, good play. Great run. Dougie! We got power. I didn't have anywhere to go. Good call.
Hey, what a sprint to the
Wasn't
gate.
it?
What a sprint to the gate.
Use your legs, Ted.
Hey,
Use your legs.
just like you were going to get your car for the parking garage.
I'm gonna have to run faster than that and stay warm. Look at us.
We're nasty.
Look at us. That's what we do.
Welcome back to Las Vegas in Lee's Family Forum. Jake Elliott, Zach Greer, Morgan Worth with you as we are at the game halftime here, Zach, and we're going to have a look at the highlights from that opening 30 minutes, and with 16 goals, we got a bunch.
Yeah, no doubt. No shortage of it. Kluche starts right where he left off coming out of the game in Buffalo with a couple beauties to get the Desert Dogs going early. From that point on, Rush sort of takes over, heavy dose of offense on the other end, and I think generally you're seeing just too much room and time for this offense to operate with. Gonna have to lock down, get on hands in the second half here.
Yeah, and with that being said, I think if they clean up their discipline here a little bit, we'll get a look at the stats coming up, Zach, but we gotta stay out of the penalty box for one, but there's also been some kind of wacky plays where there's been some bounces and some blocks and some stuff where it's just been a little unfortunate here for Las Vegas, and I mean, still within striking distance here, just down 4 with a lot of game time to be played still.
Yeah, for sure. I think you said it right. Discipline's going to be key. Patra cutting hard there through the middle. More energy like that, more explosiveness. Desert Dogs offense get their feet moving a little bit. I think you see another one here. Patra on ball this time. Carbon copy move. Get the ball in his stick. Get it in Kluche. Get some of those other guys going. Swinging side to side. Going to be important in the second half.
Stats from half number 1, and as you would expect with a 4-goal lead here for Saskatchewan, they have the advantage in most of these categories here, and in particular in faceoffs, and like we mentioned on the power play here, not only are they 4 for 4, but they have yet to take a penalty in this game, and like I said earlier, I think that'll start to kind of level itself out as the second half rolls along here, but I think Las Vegas needs to find a way, like you said, get to the middle of the floor and force Saskatchewan to take a couple.
Yeah, exactly. 4-4 on the power and no opportunities the other way. Not something you'd like to see. But at the end of the day, if you look at the score, it actually probably could be worse based on those stats alone.
Absolutely. Well, 10 goals here for Saskatchewan has matched a season high in the first half. We'll see what half number 2 has in store when we return. The NLL returns to Edmonton as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's second annual NLL Unboxed Series event. Head over to Ticketmaster.ca and get your tickets now. You're running out of time. January 16th coming up from Edmonton. It's a busy night in the National Lacrosse League in Week 7. 8 games in total on Week 7, but 5 going on here tonight as we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here, Zach. Halifax staves off Ottawa for a 2-goal win. Rochester down early against the Wings, but they pull out a 3-goal victory. And Dane Dobie, retirement, forever roughneck is Dane Dobie, and rightly so. 44 will go to the rafters of the Saddle Dome, but Vancouver trying to spoil the party at the Saddle Dome. And Toronto at halftime up a single on the Seals. What pops off the page for you there, Zach Greer?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Dane Dobie, a guy I've played against since I was literally 5 years old, absolute legend in the sport, and nobody more deserving to have his jersey in the Raptors there in Calgary, excuse me. Keep an eye on that game in San Diego. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Toronto looking to bounce back. San Diego looking to win at home.
And then 3 more games to come up tomorrow as well. Buffalo, Rochester getting after it. Halifax will play 2 games this weekend as well, as they'll take on Oshawa. And then from the Loud House. No, I think actually that's wrong. And for the rematch of Swarm and Mammoth. And remember, that was a 12-3 victory for the Swarm in that first meeting between the two. But with that being said, the Mammoth have a new player on their roster in one Jack Hanna, and we haven't talked about that, which we'll get to in the second half. But before we do that, down to the turf we go. Morgan Worth's got Chris Kluche.
Thanks, Jake. Chris, what did Coach Williams say in the locker room to fire you guys up for the second half?
Yeah, you know, he kind of has been saying the same thing that he's been saying all along. You know, we're never out of any game. We're right there. We just got to come together. We're playing kind of individually right now. We got to come together, stick to our team mentality, and just fight back.
What kind of adjustments can we expect in this second half?
A lot more energy, a lot more positivity from all of us, and just picking each other up and bearing the opportunities when we get them.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Chris. And I think, you know, that's, never mind the goal-scoring prowess and all of that, he brings championship pedigree to this Las Vegas roster, and I think that's a point-blank sign of it right there. There's no panic in that dog's room, and it's going to start with Chris Kluche, and he wants to see more energy and a little harder work from the boys down on that bench.
Yeah, no doubt. It's hard to put into words what that winning mentality means, but he's certainly got it.
To center we go, blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in half number 2 with the Rush leading by 4. And Las Vegas had a chance to punch her, and he just kind of whipped on it there. And now Hamer Jackson goes down. I think he's the one that's going to get the penalty, and that's not the way Las Vegas was looking to start the second half.
That's a momentum killer right there. Opportunity to pick up a loose ball. It goes the other way. You saw the loose ball stats there at halftime, heavily in favor of the Rush. If you had to pick that up, you go the other way, the penalty doesn't happen.
Delayed call on here. Mans missed a feed. Here's Keenan in the slot, and there he is. Austin Shanks will stick it home on the delayed call.
Yeah, Rush offense here, super patient, right? Taking care of the ball, and we saw this a few times in the first half. They slash the middle hard here. Nobody picks them up. Austin Shanks, quick touch into the top corner by Kells.
I mean, somebody just has to get some wood on him and make him pay for going into that area of the floor, and that's just a little too easy there for Austin Shanks.
It is, yeah, you said it. I think the D needs to be more physical. Turn around and slash somebody, get a hard cross check on them, make them pay if they want to get to the middle of the floor where those goals are going in.
So wipe out the penalty that was to come to Hamer Jackson as we go back to center, and Jake Naso away with the ball quickly. The lead 5, their biggest of the night. And a possession after the goal here for the Rush offense. Zach Mans, a little hop in his step. Church open. Bounce shot on, Kells the stop, couldn't control the rebound, and the Rush have a new 30. The players will make a change as Keenan find Brock Haley off the bench. Now Church sweeping up top. Mans right back to Church. Haley open in the corner, he'll get the feed. Set play on here. Mans open, darts to the middle, shoots, scores. A sidearm whip from Zach Mans finds the top corner, and the Rush with 2 quick ones to start the half. And I look across to the Las Vegas bench now, Zach Greer, and young Caleb Kahn is getting the gear on.
Yeah, I think it's that time in the game, obviously down 6. You don't put all those on Kells, certainly. I think I said it before, too much room and time again for the Sask offense here. They're going to step in and bury those shots. Man's done it time and time again, but it'll be interesting to see if this sparks the Desert Dogs defense, putting Caleb Kahn in the net.
Well, I have never tried to play goaltender in the sport of box lacrosse, but I cannot imagine the nerves right now for young Caleb Kahn stepping in for his first NLL action against a perennial powerhouse here like Saskatchewan. Let's see how the youngster does. I don't think there's any pressure on him at this point. Probably a perfect situation for him to come into a game, but here he is. He's on the scene. And here comes Barnable, and look out in front of the Las Vegas bench. And here comes the first penalty to Saskatchewan, as I believe Hamer Jackson just goaded one in there from Jake Nasa. Look out here, cursed into it a little bit with Boudreau. Sometimes the goaltending change can have a multiple effect of different things here, and here comes the first power play for Vegas.
Yeah, and I think generally, well, let's listen to the call here.
Number 56 from Saskatchewan, 2 minutes for roughing.
Nick Hartling making the call.
When the backup goes in, you know, oftentimes the coaches look down, the veterans look at each other and say, hey, we better play hard in front of this guy, especially when it's the kid, right? Just drafted him. You saw that a little bit, I think, on that play. Guys picking up the physicality, Kersey getting in guys' ears a little bit. That's what you want to see when you're down 6 goals. That's how you get back into games.
Dominique will entertain a conversation between Jones and Messenger, as she made a little history earlier this season, being the first on-floor female official in National Lacrosse League history. It's great to see, and she's holding her own down there, Zach, doing a good job.
No doubt, it's great to see it.
Our first power play of the night here for Las Vegas. In comes Mitch Jones, dancing scores! Crib it for Jones! Well, that was easy.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time, did he? And that's why you bring in guys like Mitch Jones, right? Superstar player in this league, wants to get back in this game, takes it upon himself, tucks it, patience in front, buries it 5-hole with Chiliano, lifts up that stick. Beautiful play.
Took the dog for a walk, wearing jersey number 94 for Saskatchewan right there, and jams it in for his first goal of the evening. Mitch Jones, a power play marker. Dogs back within 5.
You saw last week in Buffalo, right? It was Mitch Jones and Chris Cloutier that sort of got the Dogs back into that game. One step in the right direction there.
Accioni, a quick loose ball. Man, is he quick. Rush will get possession here. Clark Walter out wide. Keenan will join him on the near side. Church through the middle again. Keenan will hook one free here for Zawada. Shot clock down to 6. Keenan on the wall. Into the middle of the floor. Takes a bump. Feeds off. Church took his eye off it. Don't see Robert Church drop too many balls like that.
Oh, 2 in that shift. Not great passes. Handcuffed him a little bit on the first one, but typically he handles those.
Killen back out for another shift offensively here with John Donville. He'll find the man coming off the bench in Webster, now Jones, the latest goal scorer. Here's Killen. Where is it? Oh, Messenger, I think, took that one in the breadbasket. Feeds ahead here to Boudreau. He dropped it. Burns probably should have just let it go to the goaltender, but he'll scoop it up. Nice play there.
Soft hands there on the defender. Burns picking that one up.
Number of years with Toronto. We're being picked up here by Las Vegas. Here's Chase Fraser. Scores! Well, certainly not the prettiest goal he's ever scored, but effective nonetheless, and 2 straight now for Las Vegas.
Yeah, the Stars come out to play to start the second half, right? Confidence, aggressive, takes it hard to the goal, and another bouncer in the 5-hole. Might be something the Desert Dogs offense goes back to here, 2 in a row on Frank Chiliano.
Up to 20 goals total here, and still early in the 3rd quarter. So we go back to the small circle here at center on the big Desert Dog logo at Lee's Family Forum. Naso pulls it free once again, goes down awkwardly, however, hangs onto the ball somehow. Down to the deck he goes again, ball loose, Hossack there. He's got it and finds Burnable, nice job.
Yeah, it's a really nice loose ball by Matt Hossack there. Could have been an 8-second count. Picks it up cleanly, gets it over.
Shanks, wrong side of the floor, finds Robert Church. He'll go set a pick for him, a little slip pick for Shanks as he goes right to the goal. Now Mans, late in the clock, loads up. Dancing dirty, Mans looking across the floor. Oh, there's Kahn with his first stop, and that gets a cheer from the crowd. Not an easy save for his first one either.
It wasn't. You see the bench standing up, banging their sticks too. The boys are in it here in the second half.
That'll probably settle the nerves a touch anyways. Shanks once again loading, shooting, scores! Bar down for Austin Shanks, and that's not the first goaltender he's done that to.
No, just a crafty touch shot here. Almost a little bit of a look off freezes the goalie and floats it to the far corner here.
I mean, that is right inside the post and right underneath the crossbar, and I don't care what goalie you are, you're probably not stopping that thing.
No, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, too much room and time. You can't give the shooters who can put the ball in the corner of the net like that much time with their hands free.
Back up to 5. Clean win for Hamer Jackson this time. Patra's got it. He's got Webster going to the goal. Here's Jackson Webster trying to outweight Chiliano. Down to a knee he goes, and he lost the handle. Kind of had Frankie down on a knee there, but just couldn't get the ball out of his pocket.
Yeah, it's well defended after it looked like Webster was going to have a clean look at it.
Keenan works in on Stokes, looking for a shooting lane. Burns on the hands. Walter, rink wide. Again, Church off his stick and onto the ground. Hutchison gives him a body. Tough shot there for Keenan. Stokes trying to pick it up in front of the goal. There'll be a shot clock violation here on Saskatchewan, and play on, says the official, as we're just over the 10-minute mark. Jonathan Donville into the middle, looking for a roll. Gets one from Killen, who fell down while he was shooting. And Chiliano equal to the test.
Unlucky turf monster there, snuck up on Killen. Otherwise, he was clear to roll underneath with that ball.
Gioni back to Zach Mance. Kind of runs like he's got springs in his shoes.
A little bit of a pep in his step there,
yeah.
No doubt.
Shanks, Mance, stick at the ready, shooting, bounced it well wide. Shot clock down to 2. Shanks will keep it in play, but that'll do it on the shot clock once again for Saskatchewan, which will bring us to our first break here in quarter number 3. Sask leads Vegas by 5. National Lacrosse League returns after this.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unboxed Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unboxed Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum. Sean Williams has built this Desert Dog team on the principle of being 12-round fighters, which is defined as being a relentless competitor. This season, the team has taken that mantra to the next level, awarding helmet stickers in the shape of boxing gloves to players who truly embody the meeting. Now, these coveted stickers are awarded to players who make selfless plays, demonstrating humility, resilience, and sacrifice. Jake, Zach, you guys have the bird's eye view up there, so if you had a sticker, who would you be giving it to?
Oh, Zach, I think I'll let you go first on that one.
Yeah, I might give it to Kluche. Playing hard, continuing momentum from Buffalo. Still early here in the second half, so I'll save a couple in my pocket here.
My vote might go to Adam Poitras so far in this game. Still a long way to go. Look out, Kluche not looking for the ball on the cut. There's Adam Poitras with it now. Down to Chris Kluche with Hosek on the hands. Kluche turns the corner, gets the shot off. Chiliano will fight it off. But good pursuit of the ball, and Killen will have a reset here for Las Vegas. That's nice work there. That's effort that you're looking for.
Give him a sticker.
Exactly. Killen to the middle. Jones off the wall. Donville on the cut. And had his stick check just before he was able to catch the ball.
It's a better shift, though, from the Desert Dogs offense there. Obviously, the reset, great loose ball, as you mentioned. A couple of swings, guys slipping hard to the middle. That's where they're going to need to get to if they're going to score 5 and get back in this game.
You know, lots of ways to generate momentum in the sport of box lacrosse. And, you know, although they didn't score a couple of extended shifts offensively will generate some momentum, but that'll be snuffed out there by Ryan Keenan on a quick stick finish into the back of the net. And the biggest lead of the night now at 6.
Yeah, we get a look at the feed here from Robert Church. I think that's going to be ultimately what sets it up. You don't want to let him shoot it. Everybody's looking at Church, and he kind of no-looker back to Keenan for the quick stick. Well executed.
14-8 now, as the next shot on goal here for Saskatchewan will be their 40th of the night. Keenan's got himself another hat trick, back-to-back games now for the Rush captain. And another face-off win for Jake Naso, who has been quite dominant here tonight so far.
Yeah,
he's one of the best. I mean, former Duke guy, I know you like that.
I was just going to throw that in. I think it's time. He's had a good year so far. Really, really good in the X, and obviously a Duke product, so I can't hate on it.
Walter, oh, Caleb Kahn with a good save there off a crafty shot from Clark Walter.
That's a nice save for him to build some momentum here.
Here's LaFontaine, who will drop it back to Donville. And on comes Kyle Killen. Behind the goal is Webster. Killen wants to get that shot off. It's Kluche now. They'll feed to Donville. One more, Killen. Webb scores! K-squared with a pair. And there's number 9 for Las Vegas.
Killen second on the night, both in similar fashion. Big shots from the outside, but the ball swings side to side. You're playing a full 30 seconds, and we can get a look at the fist bump here after the goal maybe. There it is, Killen looking to try to get some energy for his team on the bench, get them back in it.
Out of a scale of 1 to 10, Zach, how would you rate that shot there from Kyle?
That's a 9-2. The far side skip bouncer to the high corner. I love to see it.
It was setting you up for the 6-7. 6-7.
That's too good. Too good.
It was much better than a 6-7 from Kyle Killen.
I get too much 6-7 at home for my kids. I don't need it here too.
14-9 now. The Rush back in possession. Shanks off the post. Rebound scores. Haley on the stick back jam. Off the shot from Shanks off the iron, right into the pocket of Haley and into the back of the net.
Yeah, the Rush trying to get to 16 or 17 tonight maybe. That's just another tough bounce for the Desert Dogs defense off the pipe here. Kahn can't really do anything about this one. Bad bounce, ends up in the back of the net. Haley crashed in the middle. They've been doing that all night.
Should make note that last assist for John Donville on Kyle Killen's goal, his 200th in the National Lacrosse League.
Still early in his career, that's a bunch of assists. He's got a lot more in him.
The producer. Ball loose. Naso got to stick to it, and Bobby Kidd the third will come up with it. And now we're going to get a penalty call here. And it's going to go against Saskatchewan for holding the stick. I believe. Is it Robert Church that's going to go? No, it's going to be Michael Messenger, which makes a little more sense. Robert Church does not take a lot of penalties. Mike takes a lot more.
Takes a few. Yep.
Saskatchewan number 8, minor penalty, holding the stick.
So second power play opportunity of the night here for the Desert Dogs. As Jones and the Dogs 1 for 1 on the evening.
Expect the Rush defense here to pay a little more attention to Jones off the bat after what happened last time.
Go behind the rack this time for Donville. Back up to Jones, drags, and then had his pass picked up by Boudreau. Fraser trying to run him down and does well. Look out. Rusty gate check. Now Garland stopped by Kahn.
Good hustle by Fraser there to shut that down. Good speed on him. Looks like the legs are healthy, which is good to see.
Get it set back up on the 5-on-4. Jones, Kluche, Webster, Fraser, Donville, your 5 attackers. Jones looks off. Donville right back to him. 1-2. Mitch Jones loads up. Here's Donville. And he's stopped by Chiliano on his stick.
The 1-3-1 look there by the Desert Dogs.
8-second call, very close to coming. Burnable attacked, knocked down. Penalty call coming here to Las Vegas now. As Jones might have got the stick up on Barnable, they'll call a hold instead, but that'll take Las Vegas off the man advantage.
Yeah, and a tough call here. Obviously, you don't want to take one when you're on the man up. It is a hustle play from Mitch Jones. Just gets caught with one hand on his stick there, wraps around Barnable.
Yeah, right intentions, obviously. They wanted actually that pass to come to Barnable. They had the double team set up, but
Las Vegas number 16, minor penalty, holding.
Barnable kind of ducked into the check a little bit, and see it here again.
A good effort by Barnable on the man down to draw that one.
That probably could have easily gone against Hutchison as much as it did against Jones. 4-on-4 lacrosse now here from the Family Forum. Keenan, Shanks, Goodman steers him low, and Shanks will send it high. And he kind of puts his arms out to the side like I can't miss right now, and he is picking corners.
Absolutely feeling a little bit of a carbon copy of the shot we saw earlier. It's not even really a twister, but sort of just a snap of the wrist over the shoulder. That's an absolute beauty.
Yeah, I mean, he sells like he's going short side there the whole way, and then right before the ball comes out of his pocket, just a little turn of his wrist changes the angle on the stick head, and it finds the far side.
That is crafty.
Early move from Naso will give the Dogs the possession here. They'll find themselves down 16-9 now. Just over 5 to go here in the third quarter. Appreciate everybody with us here on NLL, TSN, ESPN Plus, and right here in Las Vegas on Fox 5. Donville. Webster working in on Kidd, finds Fraser. He'll send it towards the goal, and Chiliano got just enough. He has got some whip on his outside shot. Doesn't need a lot of time to wind that thing up, and he put some smoke on it.
Yeah, he sure does. Nice job by Webster. Draw the double, get it out of his stick, give Fraser a look there.
Killen moves to the middle. Here's Donville, a nice inside roll corkscrew shot, missed on short side. Webster tried to one-hand it, look out, Messenger out of the penalty box. In on Con, one-on-one, Messenger all day, and he shot it over top of the net. Did that go out of play? I'm going to say it stayed in here. And Jackson will able to run onto that one.
Messenger almost too much time on that breakaway there.
Yeah,
think about a little bit.
Sometimes that can be a bad thing when you have too much time to think about what you want to do. Yeah. I never had that problem in my playing career, Zach, I'll be honest with you.
I didn't get a lot of breakaways in my day either.
Here's Donville. Feed into the slot, nobody open. And look out here, more transition coming. Diving effort from Cloutier, but the Rush have two up ahead. It's Hasek, and he just caught the outside leg pad there of Caleb Kahn, who kicked it to the corner and out of play, which will send us to another break here in the third quarter. Just under 4 to go in quarter 3, and the Rush in control here in Las Vegas.
Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum. Now, this is different this season for the Desert Dogs. By the end of the month, 11 players plan to live in Market. That's nearly double what it was last year. And I was talking to Josh Jackson about it. He lived in Vegas last season, and now he's seen that growth this year. He said it's been great. They all get to train together during the week. They go and do lifting, and then they'll go and actually practice on a field. And it's been great because they're getting to do this as a team, as well as getting involved into the community, visiting schools, teaching kids who have never even heard about the game of lacrosse what they do. Josh told me this experience has been great, and he's enjoyed living here in Las Vegas. They all live in houses up in Summerlin, so they're truly becoming a part of this Vegas community.
Great report, Morgan. And yeah, I mean, the more guys you can have living in your local market, more than just those practice roster guys and the rookies, the better. And, you know, when you have the star power like Las Vegas does living here in Market, they get out in the community, they engage the schools and the fans, and it's carried over. And you can see the work that Josh Jackson's put in the offseason, and he's clearly bigger and stronger, and that's a testament to what's happening here down in Las Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think you can put a price on the guys being able to train together during the week. Caleb Kahn's going to be down here living with the guys as well. And the teams in this league that have the ability to train together during the week, you see success. So maybe not an impact you're going to see right away, but over time, I think it's going to be a great thing for the organization and the lacrosse community here in Vegas.
And not just living. I mean, they're living a pretty good life down here, I would say, Zach. I mean, I saw the socials of Hammer Jackson's domicile that he's got the pool with the slide in it, and looks like a pretty nice setup the boys got here down in the desert.
Yeah, no doubt. And I love my time in Minnesota, but I lived there for 2 years in the winter. It's a little bit different than living down here in Vegas.
Not golfing in Minnesota in January. Kluche to the goal. Double teamed and knocked down from behind, and how is that not a penalty? I mean, that is right across the numbers of Kluche from Messenger, who got away with that one. Transition for the rush. Zach, oh, what a stop for Kahn, who flashed out the pack.
There's a beauty for the kid, gets his arm on that one, shuts down a good look. Transition there.
Macchione will save a possession here for the rush as we're ticking down towards 2 minutes in the third. Church one-on-one here with Preston. Feeds into the slot for Mans. He whipped on the quick stick. Ball will roll towards the crease, and John LaFontaine there to clean it up. LaFontaine pushing ahead. There's John Donville with some space. Down to LaFontaine, and stays out of the crease, but doesn't take the shot. Jones will take the pass. Garland steered him low, switch off for Hosick. Here's Donville loading, shooting, scores! John Donville on the board, and the Desert Dogs have reached double digits.
And that gets the crowd going here again. Good patience, right? John LaFontaine pulls it out in transition, gets it to Mitch Jones and across to Donville. A beauty outside shot around the screen here. Right, a couple smart plays lead to a goal rather than forcing one early in the possession there. That might not have been your best look.
That's veteran savvy right there from John LaFontaine. That's why you have veterans on your back end like that. Naso and Hamer Jackson once again, and Naso on a knee loses possession. Patra, look out from behind, shoots, and Chiliano a pad stop. That's a juice goal right there.
Yeah, it would have been. That's a big save from Frank there. Keep this at a 6-goal lead. That could have been a big momentum swing.
Well, we saw what happened in Buffalo a week ago. The Dogs went on an 8-goal fourth quarter run.
Talking to the coaching staff last week, yeah, that's one of the things they were proud of, right? I think in years past, that game could have got out of hand, but it didn't. They kept battling.
There's Keenan with another as Kahn made the first stop but couldn't make the second. And Keenan continues his hot play here as the Rush are up to 17 and still time to go here in quarter three.
Yeah, 4 goals and 6 assists, if I'm not mistaken, up to this point. 10 points for Keenan. Another bounce that just ends up in his stick and an open net there. There's been a lot of those tonight. I might be biased a little bit, but it seems like it's ended up like that a handful of times tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the bounces seem to be going Saskatchewan's way, but I mean, part of that, the goaltender can only do so much, right? He's got to make that first stop. He did that. Then it's kind of up to the defenders, similar to rebounding in basketball, Zach, where you got to box out your man, and maybe you're not the guy that picks up the ball, but don't let your check do that. You know what I'm saying there? And there's a Dogs goal. Chase Fraser with a quick answer here for Las Vegas.
Now, we talked about Buffalo, right? They're not going away. Fraser drives hard here. Little twister, finds a 5-hole on Chiliano again. Big response for the Desert Dogs. If they want to stay in this one, they're going to need more of that. It's a big goal.
51 seconds to go, 17-11. Shots on goal, 46-32, Saskatchewan. Mesa, the face-off win. Wellen will wait for the line change to take place. Dogs trying to set themselves up for final possession here in quarter three. Good save for Kahn off the shoulder, and there's another rebound put back, this time Robert Church. I mean, he just got to get sticks on hands and clamp and be physical down here for Las Vegas. And that's a nice handle there for Church, no question.
Yeah, it is. It's a good handle. And you've seen the Rush crash in the net on rebounds all night. They've had a few on the doorstep like that. It's a tough balance. You don't want to obviously point fingers, but yeah, you got to get a body on a guy and box out there.
Back to center we go. And final possession up for grabs here off of this stalemate. Look at him battle at the face-off dot here. Great look at it on the overhead shot. Nicely done down the truck. Look at this battle between Naso and Hamer Jackson.
These guys are competitors. It's hard for a fan who hasn't done it to understand the exertion that goes into that. Those guys are grinding.
Exhausting, and it just runs out the clock in the third quarter. Rush up 7 with 15 to play here from Lee's Family Forum. We'll have it for you on the other side as we're in the midst. Week 7 of the National Lacrosse League. Back after this. Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum. 3 quarters in the books, 45 down, 15 here to go as we get a look at the upcoming schedule for Las Vegas. So this is what they've done so far, Zach. And you look at the schedule Las Vegas has had to start the season. At Vancouver, at Toronto, at Buffalo, Saskatchewan in there as well. For our first 5 games of the season, I'm not sure it gets any tougher in the NLL than what Vegas has seen. So to be 2-2, I know it's a bit of a tough night here, but Philadelphia on the horizon. You look at their upcoming schedule here, I think the Dogs are in a pretty good spot after 4 or 5 games to play this season.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think 2-2 coming out of the first 4, you're probably happy with that, right? And then these are teams coming up in the next 4 that you're going to need to win to stay in the hunt for the playoffs.
Just a quick note, they are in overtime in Calgary right now. Let's blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the fourth quarter in Las Vegas. And another stiff battle here between Naso and Hamer Jackson, won by Saskatchewan. The Rush leading by 7 with first possession here in the final quarter. Is this total here for Saskatchewan, their high water mark of the season so far? There's Keenan pumping, shooting, scoring. He just keeps cooking here tonight. Ryan Keenan on fire.
Yeah, and I said earlier in the game, he doesn't get maybe as much attention as he deserves. I think after the performance he's put on tonight, that's going to change. Good patience here. Again, the time that he has to double, triple clutch that before he buries it is going to be too much for a shooter like Ryan Keenan.
Tim Haley and Walter the assist on that latest goal from Ryan Keenan. And give another face-off win to Jake Naso, courtesy of Accioni.
Tough to get back in a game, right? Kind of when you score a goal, pick up the face-off, another possession on offense makes it challenging to build momentum.
Man's in the slot, inches from rolling into the goal, but Kahn got enough of that. And now Man's down behind the net and a little slow to pick himself up. I think he's going to be okay. Maybe not. His curse hammering away on him. He can't feel good either. Church on the run. Here's Zawada and a backhand feed off a stick and out.
Zawada, another ex-Dookie there. Had a good game tonight, flying around, crashed in the middle of the floor.
Any other Bryant alum? I know we had Matt McGrady for a little bit, but
yeah,
it's the only one that's coming to mind.
Not tonight's matchup. But a few Bulldogs roaming around.
All right. Maybe a chance here for Las Vegas. 2-on-1 as they come in with Preston and Patra. He's going to get the chance. Adam Patra tried to stuff it short side and got hammered on the follow through as Chiliano toppled over. And it looks like the Vancouver Warriors have just won in overtime. And we'll see. Penalty call coming here on this play. It'll just be Saskatchewan possession, so we'll get another look at it.
Yeah, good hard take this time. Patra goes short side.
Chiliano kind of did that to himself.
Yeah, almost pulled the net down on Patra. A little bit of a dangerous play there. Glad they're both okay.
Mans to the 5-hole. And that's goal number 20 here for Saskatchewan.
Good ball movement again, hands free, big overhand shot, a little bit of a twister. Fools Khan through the 5-hole.
I think Landon Kells might just come back into this game here, Zach Greer, as he starts to get the gear back on, and it's not going to get any easier here tonight, and Kells and the defense have to just kind of find a way to battle through this adversity and keep fighting, as Sean Williams likes to say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think at this point you expect to win this game, but showing fight, making sure you're sticking up for each other, playing hard the rest of the way here, and building momentum going into the next one.
Still lots of time to go in this one, but the lead has grown to 9 here. You can check the face-off numbers when you can here, Zach, but it is starting to lean heavily towards Jake Naso in this one. And some guys, you know, that's just the way it goes. Like Naso, I believe he's the only guy to have a winning face-off record against Jake Withers in the NLL. He seemed to kind of figure out his move, and sometimes it's kind of like a glorified game of rock, paper, scissors, where if you have the move to beat another guy, sometimes you can just have a dominant night.
Yeah, exactly. Some guys just know how to beat a specific guy. Naso's been pretty good consistently all year. 26 for 35 right now in the game is what the game sheet's showing.
Just kind of a nice find there for Derek Kina as well, right? Kind of a diamond in the rough. You really didn't know what you were going to get, and he's turned into a real good box lacrosse player. We got a moving screen call here on Messenger and a possession call in favor of Las Vegas.
Yeah, a lot of times you can find a guy that can win face-offs, but they've got to be able to handle the ball in the box. They're getting pressure, double and triple teams after they pick it up. He's done a good job getting it out of his stick, and he can play defense as well when he has to.
Well, Webster had an open look after a good pick from Kluche, but the reason it was so good is it was a little bit illegal as he got called before the chance.
Yeah, and as a lefty guy, I'm a little biased again, but again, you're down 9 goals. I like seeing Kluche play physical there. Come throw the body around a little bit. You get called, you get called. If you don't, it's a great open look for your teammate.
Yeah, and a possession call, I mean, that defender's going to think about it next time he comes to kind of step into Kluche when he's coming to set a pick as well.
Absolutely.
Chance there. Kells, not sure he need to make the stop. No, they don't reset the shot clock here. Keenan, a underhand feed, an underhand shot from Zawada, but wide of the target. Shot clock violation on Saskatchewan. So just 2 games now still going here on Friday night in the National Lacrosse League. As Halifax, Rochester, and Vancouver now winners. Toronto up 9-6 on Toronto. One halfway through quarter 4 and 20-11 here in Las Vegas. Hope the folks had the over tonight, Zach.
No doubt. Looks a little bit like the college football game tonight. 56-20 or whatever the final was of that one.
There's Austin Shanks, had a nice night as well. Mance stopping, looking. Here's Haley. And he can't get that one through. Nice block there for Brendan Goodwin, who wants to go for a run. Goodwin shedding off the check, scores, clip it! Oh, Goodwin one-handed.
Look
we
out.
saw Goodwin score an overhand one-hander last year. This time goes with the sidearm. What a goal for Brendan Goodwin.
What an absolute beauty. Picks it up one-handed on the run, full speed. It is, it's carbon copy. The other one this time, instead of going high cheese, buries it in the 5-hole. What a beauty from Goodwin.
And he just kind of, he's holding that stick out there to prevent the stick check coming while he's running in. But to be able to finish that ball on the run and his offhand like that, that is extremely difficult and entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. Goaltender doesn't know where that ball's going to go.
Well, tonight now has now become the highest scoring game in the NLL this season. The previous mark 31. In an 18-13 Colorado victory over Rochester a week ago. We're at 32 and still 10 minutes to play in this game. Donville sees Messenger in his way and moves that ball. Jones, rink wide into the slot. Donville over the top. Good shoulder stop from Chiliano. And Killen being a right-hander, if he's a lefty there, that's in the back of the net.
Yep, that's a good save by Chiliano there. Good ball movement and a big rip high.
Delayed call. Excuse me, Zach. Delayed call coming. Jones will wipe that out with a sidearm whipper. And that is almost a perfect bounce shot there, Zach. Hip high, far side on the stick. I mean, that's an impossible stop for a goaltender to make.
Yeah, that's a beauty. Skip shot. Looks like Chiliano's got the angle covered, and somehow Jones skips it by the knee there into the top corner. Another beauty. Goals are up in the NLL. We talked about it, you know. Certainly tonight.
An understatement to say the least in this one. Well, penalty call wiped out. We've seen a number of penalty calls wiped out on delayed goals. So if you have a penalty coming towards your team and you score the goal on the delayed penalty, similar to hockey, no penalty. And now what do we got? We got a TV timeout here in the fourth quarter, Zach Greer. We got a football score at Lee's Family Forum as well. Saskatchewan leading Las Vegas by 7 when we return to Week 7 of the National Lacrosse League here on Fox 5.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unboxed Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unboxed Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by Kilo. Stay energized for every moment of NLL action with Kilo. Visit drinkkilo.com. And by Hotel Planner. Travel smarter with exclusive NLL fan discounts at nll.hotelplanner.com. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL. Welcome back to Lee's Family Forum as we're in the midst of fourth quarter action here on Friday night. And Saskatchewan in control, leading by 7. And Vegas got off to that good start, but then Saskatchewan, let's remember here, they're 4-1, the only team with 4 wins in the league, and went to the finals a year ago. This is a very good Saskatchewan team, and they just kind of flexed their muscles in that first half and haven't looked back.
Yeah, no doubt. We talked about offense by committee earlier, right? You guys got anybody who can score at any time. They move the ball really well, play hard. They found the middle of the floor. It's a really good-looking offense.
So Wada juking, shooting, Kells stopping. As he keeps the stick down between the legs and covers up the 5-hole. Jones wants the ball quickly. Messenger, the matchup. Switch from Hosek. Jones lost the handle. Ball comes loose. And that's a turnover there on Las Vegas. Keenan working on an 11-point night. Robert Church with 10. Zach Mans with 9. Here is Keenan. Stokes right on his back pocket. Now Church. Quick feed Haley to Keenan right on. Good shoulder stop for Kells. Loose ball to Stokes. Harassed there by Walter. 8-second call on here. Got to get it across center quickly, and I don't think Vegas is going to, maybe a late reset on the shot clock there did them a favor.
Yeah, I don't think they credited Stokes with picking it up the first time.
Yeah, I didn't get clear possession off the initial attempt. Webster open. Chiliano just enough to keep it out.
Good hard take there by Webster. Patra, nice kind of double seal there. You like seeing the boys still attack with speed here.
Yeah, Webster's played with good energy here tonight on the offensive end.
Yeah, hasn't quite had the touch he normally has, but he's flying around.
Knocked down in the middle there. Yeah, Chase Fraser. Now one-handed clip in for Jones. What is going on? From the wrong side of the floor, Mitch Jones, one-handed, sends it past Chiliano.
Another absolute beauty here by the Desert Dogs. Jones, watch the cut here. He catches the ball maybe a little bit late, no angle. Quick swim move, switches hands, fires it far side, one-handed. That's another beauty.
You ever score one like that, Tucker? Some backhand, some reverse backhand, but
the stick never really went on my right hand. I was kind of left to left all night. That's a skill I didn't have.
Donville with 5 assists now. Chase Fraser with 5 assists. And the Dogs up to 14 goals, which, you know, on any given night, Zach, you get to 14, good chance you're going to win the game. Problem is, Saskatchewan's at 20.
Yeah, and you don't want to make a habit of this, right? Obviously, in Buffalo, you're sort of proud of fighting back. Same thing tonight. You don't want to get in the habit of being down by big deficits, but the guys are still grinding here, getting after it, and trying to get back in this one.
7 minutes to play here from Lee's Family Farm. Robert Church back out there. Austin Shanks as well, who had his helmet taken off. He's looking to the official for a call, not going to get it. Maybe a loose chin strap there for Shanks. Came off pretty easy. But now we will get a call here on the Dogs, and I think it's a holding call to Brandon Goodwin, who dislikes the call very much. Or is it Sheldon Burns that's going to go? It's Burns.
I don't think he likes it much more.
No, he's taking his time getting to the penalty box, no question.
Vegas number 71, minor penalty holding.
See if I get another look at it here. Our red hot rush power play back to work. And one touch. Oh my goodness, what a save there for Landon Kells. Post to post in lightning fashion there.
For a game that hasn't been that close for a long time here, certainly no shortage of excitement on both ends of the floor.
There's been some highlights provided by both teams in this game. And if nothing else, you're getting your money's worth tonight watching these guys play some ball. Donville, 10 on the clock, Jones on the cut. Pass was deflected. Jones with 3 rush surrounding him gets buried below the goal.
That's some of the leadership Jones brings to this team, right? You're down 6, man down here, 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's still grinding hard in the corner, going 1-on-3 for a loose ball. You love to see it from a leader.
Yeah, that's the example that's going to get you one of those boxing glove stickers on your helmet right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Robert Church. Backdoor feed. Kells has looked pretty good since coming back in this game.
Yeah, he has. It's good for him, right? It's not good for the confidence getting pulled, but to be able to step back in and make some big saves for your team here, it's about building momentum moving forward.
Approaching the 5-minute mark to go as Patra will go for a run. Comes back near side to Kluche. It's been a while since we've called his name. Kluche, nice pass. There's Patra. Oh, he's stopped by Chiliano. What a setup. What a save. Chiliano stuck in his goal. Here comes Bobby Kidd the third, and he's stopped by Kells. Don't blink, you're gonna miss a goal. Chiliano still yet to get to his feet. His goal is nowhere near the goal line. And Curse had a thought about going lefty for about 27 feet. Burns out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. Jones to the front of the goal. And shot was blocked at the last second. Good move.
Yeah, Hossack sort of stepped in from the far side, got in front of that one. Talk to me about the no blocking shots in the crease rule. You got the specifics on that one?
How long do we got here? We only got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would just say, like, I think it's a rule that needs a little tweaking as far as the language and gray area that is about with that rule, like that rule that's been implemented.
Yeah.
Patra right to the goal again as he took it to the rack hard. But I think for safety reasons and all that sort of stuff, I think it's a good rule. I just think it needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, that example there sort of was almost accidental, right? Getting in the way of that.
There's close. Chiliano clip it. A windmill stop. A dunk attempt. Where is it? It's on the back of the goal. I mean, for a 20-14 game here, the goaltenders are putting on a show here in the fourth quarter. Let's take our final break and come back with the finish here from Las Vegas. A loaded Friday night, week 7 in the National Lacrosse League coming down the stretch here. Let's have a quick peek in down to Pechanga. So go to San Diego for Toronto and Seals, and goal review in the works right now. Challen Rogers very close to that crease, but we'll see if it counts or not. Toronto trying to close out San Diego in the fourth quarter. Look at Patrick Merrill.
It's like 12-7 in that one. Like the Rock are gonna get on the board on the road there.
Yeah, I mean, Chris O'Reilly out of the lineup for San Diego, not helping their cause. Let's go down to Morgan Worth between the benches. What do you got, Morgan?
Over here by the bench. I'm not exactly sure it was wrong, but he said 2 goals ago, something happened. So just be on the lookout for that as this game progresses.
Thank you. And not much left in it. And with, I don't think the outcome in doubt here, Zach, you may just err on the side of caution.
Yeah, the Dogs have been making him work down there. He's certainly earning his paycheck tonight.
Church, Keenan, right on, Landon Kells, a pad stop. Normally at this juncture, I think if you're down 2, 3, 4 goals, you start to play your goaltender here. Down 6 with 3 to play, I'm not so sure you do.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Webster, a little stop and go. Jones couldn't bring it in. Kluche will take after that loose ball. It's whacked there by Garland up the wall. Chase Fraser pounces on that. High feed for Jones off the window. 3 on the shot clock. Got to send it to the goal. And Chiliano comes up with a stick stump. We do have a dog down in the corner here, and Chase Fraser is the dog and seems to be in some pretty significant discomfort. It's been kind of battling a bunch of nagging things here, Zach, and you hope this is nothing too. It kind of looks like cramping here for Chase Fraser.
Yeah, hopefully that's what it is. Obviously the same leg that he's wearing the calf sleeve on and has been all year. Hopefully nothing serious.
Training staff attending to him. Thankfully, if he is unable to go, he's right near the Dogs' locker room and a short walk off the turf if they swing that gate open. But I think that's what they're going to do here is he's having a hard time straightening out that leg. Desert Dogs back in action a week from tomorrow as they'll take on the Philadelphia Wings next Saturday night right back here at Lee's Family Forum.
That's going to be a big one. The Dogs will try to get back to 500, 3-3 on the season after tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, with the schedule and the teams they've had to play to start this year, I think if they get it done against Philly a week from tomorrow, 3-3 start to the year. Remember, this team was 4-14 a year ago, and I think 3-3 start with the schedule they have would be just fine as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Better than fine.
Yeah, agreed. You don't like losing these games. Obviously, they're going to be competitive. They're going to get in the film room.
Another for Captain Keenan. And we got ourselves a football score here at Lee's Family Forum.
Fortunately, Unfortunately, they're going to be watching a lot of film on Ryan Keenan this week, getting ready for next week.
That might be the suck trick there for Ryan Keenan. Counted up 6 of them for 15 in white.
Topside pick there, rolls underneath. Nice feed and nice finish inside, tight, takes a hit. He's done it a bunch of different ways tonight. Big night for Ryan Keenan.
That's his 12th point. Well-balanced attack for the Rush captain tonight with 6 goals and 6 assists. And I dare say will be our first star for our TFL Stars of the Game here. Is that great? We'll get to that. Little tease, little foreshadowing there, Zach. Can't imagine it going to somebody else. You put up a 12-point night in the National Lacrosse League, good chance you're going to be the first star.
Yeah, especially 6 of them goals.
Well, no, I asked you about the one-handed goals. You ever put up 12 in a game?
No, I wasn't a big assist guy. I had a bunch of goals, maybe a couple of 6-point nights or 6-goal nights, but not. I don't think I hit 12. More of a role player, my name.
Come on, feature Hall of Famer. As far as I'm concerned, Zach Rear.
I appreciate that.
$1:20 to go in this one. And what do you do if you're Sean Williams and the coaching staff? Like, you put up 14 goals against a Rush team that does not allow a lot of goals. Like, there's a nice one from Kluche as they just keep coming here. Kluche's third of the game, but, 15 goals against this Rush team, that's a real positive. But what do you say to the guys after this game? Do you just kind of wipe this one away and look ahead, or do you have to kind of take a deep dive and look and see what went wrong and try and, like, what's the message going to be?
Yeah, knowing this staff and the way they've approached this season, they're going to dissect it, and they're going to learn from it. So I think there's a lot of good to take from this game, putting up 15 goals. Club record a couple of weeks ago against Toronto was 17. So this is a big number for them, but you can't give up 21 and expect to win games in the NLL. So they're going to take a look at it. They're going to find ways to get better, and they're going to use it moving forward to prepare into next week.
I mean, this is 45 goals out of the Desert Dogs in their last 3 games. Chance for Jarrett Smith and a nice check right at the last second from Connor Kirst. And he's going to play to the final whistle as well. Goodwin will have a go. Chiliano, a shoulder stop. Final seconds of this one.
This team's shown a lot of heart. 2 weeks in a row, a game that could have got away from them. And I think you want to take pride in that. But this team wants to play at the next level. They want to compete for a championship, and to do that, you can't just, go back to showing heart every week. You got to win some games.
Yeah.
They know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely they do. And they also know you give up 21, you're not winning. So they got to find a way to kind of shore up the defense and goaltending here a little bit. The offense is clearly clicking, and that's working. They just got to get a couple other facets to their game dialed in, and this team's going to win a bunch of lacrosse games.
Yeah, and on the flip side of it, you said it, right? It's the top team in the league here, and they had a really good night offensively. Got to give them credit, tip your cap sometimes too.
The first team to 5 wins in the National Lacrosse League are the Saskatchewan Rush, now winners of 4 in a row. As not their prototypical game here, giving up 15 goals, but the offense was on point here tonight as they score 21 and win this one by 6. Don't forget, 3 more games to come up in the National Lacrosse League tomorrow. Halifax, Oshawa, Georgia, Colorado, and Buffalo, Rochester all on the docket. Time now for our TFL 3 Stars of the Game. Tonight's 3 Stars of the Game is brought to you by TFL. Our first star tonight, we talked about him a lot. 12 points, 6 goals, 6 assists for Ryan Keenan. Robert Church with a 10-point night, and Mitch Jones put up 7 of his own. As we'll get a look at some of the highlights and the handiwork from all 3 of those guys here tonight.
Now, what I love about all 3 of them, they do it in different ways. They can shoot the ball from the outside. You saw Ryan Keenan with a few room and time shots. Church here, one of the pure shooters in this league, scoring goals like that for a long time. And then Jones, doing the same thing, working hard inside. This was a beauty. He had a couple outside shots. All these guys can beat you in a variety of different ways. That's what makes them so dangerous.
Like I mentioned, Dogs will be right back here in Las Vegas a week from tomorrow to take on the Philadelphia Wings. And we'll go down, before we get out of here, let's go down to the turf. Morgan Worth has the first star of the game. It's Ryan Keenan.
Jake, thank you so much, Ryan. What a game, relentless pace. The Dogs never gave up down the stretch. So what did it take to play a full 60 here tonight?
Yeah, we knew that they would stick around the whole game. So kind of the message at halftime: keep the foot on the gas. Yeah, our offense was kind of due to have a game like that where everything was clicking, and our D, they'll admit they didn't quite have it tonight, but that was the first of the season, and it was a good time for our O to really get going.
Well, it certainly got going. You got going. 6 goals, 6 assists. Talk to me about this chemistry that this offense has.
Yeah, it's a group now that's really got a lot of experience together. We play fast, we get through the middle, just play really hard, and can wear teams down. I think we did a good job of that, kind of wearing their D down throughout the night.
4 wins in a row, first team in the NLL to reach 5 wins this season. Talk to me about what kind of confidence that gives you as a team this early on in the year.
Yeah, we're a confident group. We kind of come in now expecting to win every night, so we just got to stick to it, keep the foot on the gas. We got a big one next week and back at home, and then we get a bye week, a little time off after a long stretch here, so looking forward to that too.
Ryan, thank you so much. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan, and thank you, Ryan. Yes, the Rush will face the Oshawa Firewolves at home next week, and like I mentioned, Vegas and Philadelphia will go here from the East Family Forum. It was a goal fest here tonight from Las Vegas. 21-15, your final in favor of Saskatchewan. For our producer, Kimberly Booth Higgs, and our entire production team, for Morgan Worth and Zach Greer, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet for the Crater, have a good night, and thanks for watching the National Lacrosse League.